Yeah. Top of the morning, top of the morning. You already know, man. This your boy Hype Fan Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Shout out to my first time viewers. Shout out to my last time viewers. Shout out to the people that view my video, whether religiously or in passing. You already know, man. Shout out to all the Hype fans out there. If you haven't yet, man, go check out my merch, man. The merch is on my Twitter page, man. It's on Etsy.com. All you gotta do is just type in hype fan eagle, or whatever you want. You know what I mean? Just type in hype fan eagle on Etsy, and merch is up there, man. Listen, before I get into anything, man, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's supporting me. Thank you to everybody who's watching my video, who's know I'm trying to be on the grind, especially as a content creator. I started this um back in March. I started doing this whole content creating thing back in March for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. I like it, man. It feels good to do it. You know what I mean? It feels good to report on my team, whether we doing good or bad, man. It feels good to actually share a space with a lot of other content creators. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm doing something. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm doing something. So, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all who've been supporting me. Who's been following me on Twitter and everything like that. I listen. The fan base is growing, man. The fan base is growing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The supporters is growing. You know what I mean? I'm just thankful for that. I'm thankful for that. Now, let's get into everything. Oh, if you haven't yet, man, please follow me on Twitter yet. Please follow me on Twitter. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. All of that. All of that. All of that. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So we got Pittsburgh coming up, man. We got Pittsburgh coming up. I still got to do some extra scouting on Pittsburgh, but from what I saw, because I haven't watched a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers games this year, I'm not even gonna lie. I've been bouncing back between other teams, but Pittsburgh hasn't been one of them because they really haven't been that exciting. All I know is that they end up beating Tom Brady, and that means something. That means something. That means on any given Sunday, anything can happen. Now, I will say that we do have the upper hand, when it comes to offense and when it comes to defense. But I won't sleep on their team, period, because of they do have Mike Tomlin. They do have Mike Tomlin, a very, 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 very great head coach. Very great head coach. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know who they're going to play at quarterback. We don't know if it's going to be Kenny Pickett or Mitchell Trubisky. All I do know is that if they do end up playing Kenny Pickett, he's still a rookie. He still has to learn how to read the field. So that's the advantage that our defense has. Is the fact that he still got to learn how to read the field. He don't know what type of scheme we coming out in. You know, he's still a young quarterback. If they play Mitchell Trubisky, I feel like I'm gonna be late for work. I really feel like I'm gonna be late for work. I should have left a little early. I say that every day, man. But the thought of being comfortable just for that extra 3 minutes, it feels good just to be in the bed for the extra 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Sometimes 10, depending on, you know what I mean. But I promise I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna start getting up early. But if they end up playing Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback, a veteran quarterback that's seasoned somewhat. You know what I mean? He definitely seasoned. I still feel like we got the advantage because he's not a high caliber quarterback. Listen, anything can happen on any given Sunday, but I'm basically talking about, experience, gameplay, and what it's looking like. How how's the Steelers play looking like versus the Eagles. And that's what I'm going off of. You know what I'm saying? Um, as far as their defense, I feel like they do have a back end. They do have, and listen, they are a gritty team. They're a real gritty team. So I'm not even gonna sleep. I'm not even gonna sleep on the fact that they're a gritty team. You know what I mean? They get down and dirty. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers at the end of the day. You feel me? They get down and dirty at the end of the day. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. They do have a defense, but we have an offense though. We have a very, very, very physical, move the ball down your throat offense. You know what I mean? We could get it both ways. We could get it passing the ball, which I want to see more. I want to see more of a shot down the field. We have to be more aggressive down the field. But if we if we find a way to win, by any means, let's just find a way to win by any means. But I want to see more of, Jalen Hurts on the ball, though. I'm not even gonna lie. I want to see him, taking more deep shots down the field. I want to see more of the wide receivers challenging the cornerbacks and everything like that. You know what I mean? They do have a secondary. They do it. They are a physical team, but we have more of an offense than they do have a defense, and vice versa. I feel like we got more of a defense than they do have an offense. Period. And I don't want to sleep on nobody. I definitely don't want to sleep on nobody. But the proof is in the pudding. It is what it is. Look at the stats. Look at the stats. If I say we do have to game plan around somebody on offense, let it be Najee Harris and let it be Kenny Pickett. Everybody else, if they want to get what they want to get with everybody else, let them get it. But let it be Najee Harris and Kenny Pickett. I say put Darius Slay on Kenny Pickett. Put Darius Slay on Kenny Pickett. I promise you, that's the whole game plan right there. Darius Slay. My bad, not Kenny Pickett. George Pickens. I apologize for that. Darius Slay can't be on Kenny Pickett. George Pickens. They both got similar last names or whatever. Put Darius Slay on George Pickens. That's the game plan right there. You put him on George Pickens, now we're able to actually at least blitz a little more, at least get pressure on Kenny Pickett or Mitchell Trubisky, depending on who start. Whoever the quarterback is, we should be able to get pressure. Now, I want to say this for our front line, right? Our majority of our sacks came on Washington, right? Washington Commanders. If you take away that game, we don't really look good in the sack total. We are very good at getting pressure, but we need to develop more sacks. I thought that we was going to be able to get Brian Burns from Carolina, but I don't know how that's looking. Robert Quinn is definitely out there. I said we should at least try to take a shot at Robert Quinn, but we need to get some more sacks, man. You know what I mean? Like, we need to get a lot more pressure on the quarterback, yo. You know what I mean? I feel like we do have the defensive front to do it, but we need to develop a lot more sacks, man. Let's get pressure. Let's get pressure. Like I said, you take away, you put Darius Slay on George Pickens. You know what I mean? Claypool on Bradbury. Like, that's an easy feast right there. That's an easy feast to blitz a little bit. That's easy. That's easy. We have a better defense than they have offense. We have a better offense than they have defense. I don't want to sleep on them at all because they are a rugged team. It's the Steelers that we playing. So I don't want to sleep on them at all. But I'm talking about matchup for matchup. We win in every category. Every category. You know what I mean? So we just got to watch out for Mike Tomlin's coaching, man. Like I said, they end up beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. They end up beating Tom Brady, man. And that got to account for something. You know what I mean? This is not a team that we can sleep on, man. It's not a team that we cannot sleep on these boys. Cannot sleep on these boys, man. You know what I mean? We just can't, man. Like I said, I'm expecting more passes in the air. I'm expecting our run game to be good. I'm expecting an overall. Honestly, I'm expecting a dirty, complete game. I want a dirty, complete game. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm looking forward to, man. A dirty, complete game. But you already know, man. I'm about to head on up out of here, man. I'm about to get ready for work, man. This your boy Hype Fan Eagle. Wait. Shout out to the Hardcore Sports. You already know, man. Shout out to everybody in Hardcore Sports that's doing a very, very good job at what they're doing, man. This your boy Hype Fan Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know. Shout out to all the Hype fans out there. And please go check out the merch. If you're on Twitter, go to the link in my page and you can check out all the merch. Or you can just scroll on my page and you can see a couple of bomber jackets that I got. I will be putting up more bomber jackets today. You know what I mean? It will be listed and I will show it on my Twitter page. For my YouTube people, go on Etsy.com. That's Etsy. Okay, ETSY.com. Type in Hype Fan Eagle and then you'll see all my merch come up. You already know, man. It's your boy Hype Fan Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. Gang, 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 gang.